Uh, hello. Yeah, so slightly different view going on here. I'm just about to set up a pair of rhomboderas, so let's see how that goes. Um, Andy's in the house. How's it going, Andy? Uh, I'm just going to. I'm just setting up kind of Criticam 2, just in case there's any action and I can catch it in here. Just need to change the settings. Oh dear, it's been so long since I've used this camera. I've forgotten what the heck I'm doing.
Oh, is that your old DSLR?
Yeah, it's the old. It's the old Nikon. Yeah, like the old Nikon, like the one before the. This is the D. God, I can't even remember what model it is. I've literally just got it out. This is the D 5300. So
He says old. That's still
I
still a
know.
flagship, is that?
Well, I know, but I've had it so long. It's ridiculous. Uh,
To be fair though, apart from the really early ones, like the D90 and stuff like that.
yeah.
I don't think any of them are that bad as a camera, really. Because I mean, I've got 3300. Yeah, 3300. I've got,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
still,
I've
you
got
know,
the
it's
yours is a D30. Is it D31? Your Nikon. I can't remember
no
what it is.
D3300.
Is it D33? Okay. I forget how many there are in the D3 series, to be honest. So, anyway, how's it going, Andy? You all right? Yeah.
It's
So,
it's two cameras before yours, the one that
yeah,
you've got there.
mine's my other Nikon's a D32, and this is the 5300. Um, The only real annoying thing about the Nikons is that they don't these older models is that they don't have they have a limited live view time. So like your Sony that you have, it flicks off every half an hour. Half an hour is the maximum you can have it going.
Yeah,
It's really annoying. Um, Whereas the Canon, that's why I have the Canon as the because in an ideal world I'd use the Nikon as the webcam when I'm doing my live streams, um, just because it's more than good enough for a webcam, and I'd use the Canon for Criticam because it's a much better camera,
yeah,
basically for macro. But because obviously I don't want to be getting up every half an hour and switching bloody live view on again with the Nikon, I have to use the Canon. So ideally, what I really should be doing is getting rid of all my old Nikons, all my old gear, trading it all in, and then buying a new Canon. Is what I really should be doing. I
yeah.
keep I keep thinking about it, but I just can't really justify it really. So I don't know why this is really dark.
They have they have a limited life as well, though, don't they? 'Cause you have a shutter count,
Yeah,
and once it gets to, I think it's around 1 million, then it'll start working intermittently.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
supposed to be it's supposed to be quite an expensive job as well to get your shutter replaced, which is I think why they're using the technology of the mirrorless ones now.
Yeah, well, mirrorless is it's all the rage now. Mirrorless. I mean, I'll probably go down that route eventually myself, but right. Let me just.
What you been up to, Andy?
Oh, it's dark. It's just too dark. ISO's up to full. That's the problem with this camera. doesn't work well under low light conditions, so I'm gonna have to suck it off.
Hey up, Greg.
So yeah, that's not going to work. I was hoping it was going to be lighter than that. Yep, that's that then. That's not going to work. I was hoping that was going to work better than that, but it's not. So just going to crack on and just not worry about it for now. Unless I can bring it a bit further in. There. Just too dark. So bad. Time to pull out the big guns. See if this helps. Still not great. See what happens. Right, I'm going to get the who's in the house. Greg's in the house. How's it going, Greg? You all right, buddy? Oh dear. Okay. I hope everything's all right, dude. Well, whatever it is, Greg, I wish you all the best with it, my friend. Life sucks sometimes, man. Right, I'm going to get these.
Blurs sometimes as well.
You what? Sorry.
I said it blurs sometimes as well.
Blow. Absolutely. It's still really dark, isn't it? So dark. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give up on it because it's just not good enough.
So were you looking at that pole cripes this morning then, by any chance?
Yes, and I whose was it? I saw a pic. I saw Rocky's post on Instagram. How much I love my pull cripes, and I just realised I really, really love that genus. And then I started like googling more of them, and I realised how much I like them all.
Yeah.
So
You can understand why it's one of Francis's favourites, can't you?
yeah, absolutely. There's the female. She is, look, making a dart for it.
Ooh. I didn't see you joined. Hey up, Claire. And she has Oedipus omapete eggs. Is that how you say that?
What's she
Omapete?
saying?
Pete. Ah, Pete.
Yeah.
She's got some Pete eggs.
She's got some peat eggs. You got some omelette eggs. Yeah, cool. So there we go. There's the beautiful female. Let's see if this male's at all interested. So yeah, basically, this is my first attempt with this pair. It's always a little bit. It's always a bit hit and miss. You never know how the female's going to respond. You never know whether the male's going to be interested. You never know what the heck is going to go on when you're trying for the first time. So we'll see how it goes. The male's quite lively. I just hope he didn't do that thing where he just like climbs over her.
Yeah.
She'll grab him on the way past. So she's climbing anyway. So I'm going to put him there. Maybe just wait a minute. So I'm going to now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer her a roach. And well, he knows she's there. And you can see her, you can see him. Um, Hopefully, I'll just leave him to it. Basically, I need her to move a little bit. I'm pairing up a pair of Rhombideras, Claire, Rhombidera basalis. So they're both on the yucca. He's not really. I've only just put them together, so I need her to move a little bit so he spots her moving around. So she's basically moved onto a leaf, which is not the safest terrain for her to be on. So she's moved out of the way now. But he has definitely spotted her. Unfortunately, she's moved. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab her. Sometimes you just need him to see her moving around. Okay, he definitely knows she's there now. So basically, she kept climbing up. What you need to do is sometimes you just need to keep bringing her back down, putting her in front of him so he spots her. Um, and then a little bit of movement is a good thing because sometimes he won't do anything until he sees that she's a bit distracted. Um, I've offered her a roach and she doesn't seem that interested. So I'm just going to leave them to it for a little bit while I do a bit of feeding. So it probably won't. It probably won't do anything now until she makes some kind of movement. So I'm actually just going to leave them for now and do some work. Assume the usual position. Excuse me. What date is it today? Is it 30th?
You are?
Is it the 30th today?
Yeah. How are you feeling today?
Well, I'll be honest. This morning I was like about as rough as I could have been. I was exactly the same as yesterday morning. I I was I was coughing up all kinds of horribleness. But as the morning's gone on, I started feeling a little bit better. But my head's just still full of it. It's like my ears are still completely feel like they're half blocked, and I feel like when I
Yeah.
speak, my ears and my front of my head is just vibrating. It's a really weird sensation. Um, I'm still full of it in my nose, but other than that, I don't feel like I'm too bad, to be honest. So, so there's a lot of vibrations as I move around the table. So that potentially could spur him at some point. But he's definitely seems like he's tuned in to her. Um, he's got the old antennae
Going 10 to a dozen.
just focused on her. He's not moving an inch. Antennae aren't moving an inch. They're just like when a dog's got its ears perked right up, really, really,
Yeah.
really strong, kind of attentive, like ears up. That's how his antennae are. They're just like really standing to attention.
It gets me when they start vibrating.
So yeah. Anyway, so what's Claire? She's had a big hatch. What is it of? Is it a
Exotatosoma tiaratum.
so it's like the Maclay. Is that the
Maclay, yeah, Maclay spectra.
It is, yeah.
Or spiny
Yeah,
stick
they
insect.
they do produce a lot of babies, a lot of
Yeah, they do.
So she's made a move and he hasn't followed, so that's not good. He's basically just let it go. Oh no, he's going, she's going, he's going. So that's good. That's a good sign. Unfortunately, they're now
She's lost in the forest.
He's going for her. He's tuned in. It's just whether or not he can get to her properly in this, because it's a bit congested. But the good thing is that he's following her. That's all we can hope for at this stage. The fact that he's actually tuned in, so you can see him. Yeah, he. I mean, he was right behind her. She took off, and yeah, he. The great thing is that he's tuned in. So all we can hope for now is that she's off again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to intervene with him, because sometimes if you when he's tuned in like this, if you get her like I have now and just put her in front of him, just sometimes, the male will basically just jump on her when you've got her on your hand. And then other times, he'll jump away. He is very nervous of her. Yeah, but she's a big girl.
Some girls are bigger than others.
Big girl. Yeah,
Some girls' mothers.
He's on. He's on. You just see it.
Go on, lad.
He's on. There you go. There you go. I hope you spotted it, guys. You probably missed it. There he is. There we go. So is
Anyway, up 69.
there you go. He's on. Is obviously the wrong way around, but that's quite normal.
Yeah, that's what you were on about to me, wasn't it? That
Yeah.
he'll do that little turnaround thing.
I'm a bit concerned that Leaf is in his way now. So hopefully he'll sort himself out. So there you go, guys. Right here, right now, we're seeing it. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. He's on. He's on, and he's in the right way. He's going to chill for a little while. She's moving around, so hopefully she'll just relax a little bit and not try to get away. But you can see he's already started getting his abdominal tip just starting to pulsate. Okay, see, it's curving it round now, look. So he looks strong. He looks strong. I'm very happy. He looks like he's up for it.
Hey up, Vanessa. Just in time.
Hi, Vanessa. Yes. It's a thing. It's a thing. I've set up a little stream in my bug room. This is the bug room. This is where I do all my day-to-day stuff with the mantis and slings and everything, all the feeding and everything by breeding. And as you can see from the third window, you can see that I've just paired up. I'm pairing up a Rhombodira basalis pair, Malaysian shield mantis. They are. There was a little bit of stalking going on. The male was a little bit unsure, but he a little trickery and tomfoolery on my part, a bit of interception, keep moving her around, stirring his interest, and boom, he was on. So and you can see he's really curled in now. And she seems pretty chilled. I'm really pleased with how she's coping with it. So he's not quite connected just yet, but he's. The good thing is he's very strong. His abdomen looks like it's got real kind of real. It's got pardon my language, but he's got real thrust in his abdomen. So it bodes well. I don't think he's quite in. He's not quite. I can't quite see whether he's in yet connected. So yeah. It's not quite a. Not quite a very. It's not. It's not the best angle I've got. The leaf is in. I'll see if I can see the other side. Yeah, he's not in yet. She's quite closed up at the moment. Like she's she's clenching her butt cheeks on him. But he'll just keep stroking her, and he'll keep like kind of feathering her with his antennae just to keep her calm, and he'll keep tickling her with his abdominal antennae, and he'll just keep kind of massaging her. God, it's like this stream might actually get banned.
Do you remember when Petco had to change his sexy time to Hubba time?
Yeah.
Because they kept banning his videos.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's like, that's a rookie mistake, isn't it, really? Putting sexy time on your video title.
Yeah.
Come on.
People just see it as clickbait, don't they, then? It was quite funny, though.
What's Greg said? Sorry, dude, I'm a bit caught up in the moment, so... oh yeah, great, awesome, Greg, nice one, dude. Yeah, drop me a message, mate. We'll catch up on stuff. Nice one, Vanessa. That's good. Couple of malts this week. That's always a good thing. Yes, So he's. So you can see he's still not. He's still not in there yet. But she looks a little bit more receptive. He's having another pop. We'll have another go. The thing about what you really want is you want them to make a connection as quick as possible, because the longer it goes on, that the longer he doesn't connect. Obviously, he's using a lot of energy and a lot of effort goes into it. So if he keeps if he doesn't nail it within the first 10 or 15 minutes, often they don't do it at all. It just doesn't happen. So but he looks strong. I'm confident. I'm confident he'll get there. To be honest, it's not the best. They're not in the best position. I think she's looking to She's looking to get a little bit comfier. So hopefully she'll find a better spot. Yeah, she's they've kind of gone out of view now a little bit, I'm afraid to say, guys.
Could have trimmed bush beforehand, couldn't you? Ruin our viewing pleasure.
So you can see she's found a slightly comfier spot now. He's not connected yet, but I'm hoping now they're in a slightly better spot. I'm hoping he'll get in there now. Just bear with me a minute because I'm having to adjust the tripod while I'm filming. Well, I hope she doesn't go too much further because there's not much of that leaf left. So
Well, that's tight, Claire. Claire's saying she's thick. You female. Can't be saying that about her.
I'm just adjusting the tripod so we can. Proper look. There we go. So you can see he's not there just yet. I'm hoping she's just going to relax. I can see he's still having a go. I'm not. I'm still not 100%, Vanessa. I'm better than I was, thank you. I'm still. To be honest, it's as the day goes on, I start to feel better because when I wake up, I'm absolutely full of it. Takes me about takes me about an hour to clear all the pipes out, so to speak, and then I start feeling a bit better. One sort of medication starts kicking in, and then I usually start feeling rough again about after tea time as the evening goes on. My chest starts getting heavy again, and it all just starts filling up again, and then and so it goes. So. But I think I'm getting better. It just sometimes it just doesn't feel like it. So I'm just really full of it. My ears and my head. It's almost like I've got when you have really bad congestion. That's how it feels. Like I'm congested all in my head, and my sinuses and my ears are all just really bad. And I keep pumping. I keep hitting myself with like high strength Sudafed and stuff, and it's just not making a difference at all. It's making no difference whatsoever. So I'm pumped up on ibuprofen, paracetamol, Sudafed. That on top of my other stuff. So
I'm not sure whether Claire's asking if is it a sinus or what is a sinus.
it feels like a sinus thing. Definitely feels like a sinus thing. But it's not. Well, it is, but I don't think it's like a sinus infection because it's no coincidence I've had COVID. I think it's that's what's causing it. So, but the problem is, I over the years, I do one of my weak links in my chain is my sinuses. I do get. I used to have like a nasal drip, which was quite bad for years. So now I'm a little bit susceptible to sinus stuff. So, and what COVID does really, really well is it finds your weakest links in your armory, your physical armory, and it exploits them. And that's why last time I had COVID, it was exactly the same. I just had really bad sinuses, and the whole front of my face and head was just really bad. So and it's exactly the same this time round. So it just hit me in exactly the same place in the same way. So yeah. So hopefully it'll. It's just taking It's just taking a bit longer than usual to clear up. To be honest, so we'll see. But anyway, what's going on? Come on, buddy, get your shit together. You can see he's totally down on her. You can see his antennae are just like down over the top of her head. That's his. That's the male mind control right there. He's just he's gone all Yoda on her. So like can you see him tickling her with his antennae? That's just a little bit of feathering with the antennae just to keep her calm. So
I'm working on another hand bone one. So at the moment I am carving out the carpal bones, which is a little bit of a chore for me, because you have to get them all to fit in with each other, and it's just a pain.
a phalange. It's a phalange. There's no phalange on this plane. Right, I suppose I should do a bit of feeding, because these two seem to have just gone into some kind of suspended animation. So I'm going to do a bit of feeding. And then I'm going to feed myself. Right. So he's just feeling a little bit insecure, I think. I double checked that. You remember when I told you about I'd frozen, and
Sorry, come back.
Have I come back? Yes,
Yeah.
It is, but it's a Smeeheed. Red Dwarf is if you've not seen in some of the other streams and stuff, Red Dwarf is basically one of my all-time favorite sitcoms. So
Half his wardrobe is.
I absolutely love Red Dwarf. Oh look, he's having another pop. He's having another crack. He's not quite in the right position. He needs to just move. Yeah, there you go. I think he's a bit low. He's a bit low down. I think he needs to just move. That's it. Listen at me, like I know. I just know he needs to move forward just very slightly. So, but look at his antennae going 10 to the dozen, trying to keep her nice and calm. She's very chill, to be fair. I'm really impressed with her, because obviously with the up a bit, left a bit, right a bit, down a bit, Yeah, the problem is she's clamped. She's cramped herself right up. I don't think she's in the mood. She Although, to be fair, she's ready. She's about, I think she's seven, maybe she's about 7 weeks adult now. So, that's about. She's gone over by about a week. I'll be honest. I usually start thinking about pairing big females like this after about 6 weeks. Between 5 and 6 weeks, I usually have a crack at them. So she has gone over by about a week, but it shouldn't really make any difference. She'll be fine. She's very. She's not very receptive, to be honest. Even though she's quite calm and she's letting him mess about, she she's not very receptive.
What
So
would you say limit is then, like age wise?
well, that's a really difficult one because it just depends, obviously, on the species.
Because I imagine as a breeder, you'll have like there'll be a cut off point that you sort of use as a benchmark, won't there?
Well, I mean, you know what? If you've got the male and you've got the female, the way I look at it is that it doesn't matter how old they are. If you know,
Well, I suppose it's like that
just give them a go.
Tamalanica.
Just give them a go. Why not? There's no real cut-off. It's just whether or not it's more about the male at the end of the day. If the male's if he's still alive and he's still moving around and he's still feeding, you're always in with a chance. It doesn't matter. Even at
Yeah.
the main issue is not with age. Is not so much whether or not they're capable, up for it, because the Zimmer frame gets in the way. It's about whether or not they're biologically still sexually, capable.
Yeah.
In terms of, are they still
Able to provide her with what she needs.
yeah, are they still producing viable spermatozoa? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the main issue. So even though you might still be able to pair your male if he's like really old, there's a good chance that you won't really get much in the way of fertility out of it. But it's always worth a try if it's your only
Yeah,
male.
like you say, if you've got them, then you might as well try it.
If
Haven't
you've
you?
got them, give them a go. You never know. Sometimes these things surprise you. If there's one thing I've
Yeah.
learned in all the years of breeding mantis, is that don't underestimate them ever.
He's a Jaffa.
A Jaffa. So yeah, like I say, obviously the bigger species, they can, because they live longer. They're usually sexually active for longer as well. So in terms of say, well, this species, these rhomboderas, they're big. They're a big pair. I think he's 7 weeks old, mature now, and she's between 7 and 8 weeks old. So that they're both about a week to 2 weeks over what I would normally do it. But obviously, because I've been a bit ill and I've been a bit like demotivated in the bug room, they've gone over a little bit. I've not. I should have bred them last week, really.
Yeah.
But as you can see, he's up for it. The only real issue when you leave them too late is whether or not the female's getting ready to lay an ooth. But if she's getting ready to lay an ooth, she'll let him know under no uncertain terms. She will let him know that she's not interested, because the window has passed and she's ready to lay an ooth. So her natural life cycle doesn't stop just because she's not been paired. She'll still lay that ooth. Most species do anyway. It's very rare that they don't lay. In fact, there's only one species I know and that's Pseudoacanthops, that they generally, I'm not saying all the time, but generally, if they've not been paired, they won't lay. So that's why usually if you get offered a ooth of Pseudoacanthops, 9 times out of 10 it'll be fertile.
Yeah.
because they just don't lay otherwise. Usually,
Yeah, all right, Lewis.
like I say, it's not a rule. It's just sometimes it's an exception. There's an exception.
Yeah.
Hi, Lewis. You all right? So, mate, I was going to say I tested that theory again. You know, when I was talking about adding people as moderators on my YouTube channel. So I looked into, and I must apologise to Claire. I was doing a bit of nosying around YouTube earlier, and I actually realised I wasn't even subscribed to Claire's channel. It's so bad. I know
That's probably why you didn't see Claire's thingy then.
I know. I feel terrible. So Claire will have noticed today that I subscribed to her channel this afternoon, earlier this morning, and she probably didn't even know, because obviously, you know, so you just don't know who's subscribed to your channel. So I know. So I feel so guilty, Claire.
But the thing is, at least you've come out and you've said it here, and
I've said it here. I've apologised. Yeah. You know, what can I say? I was going to text her, but then I thought I'll wait, because, you know, she might dip into the live, and I thought I'll just hold my hands up in public. You know, I'm sorry. I didn't realise. I just assumed I was. I'll be honest. I just thought I was already subscribed. I just didn't even realise. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, I'm subscribed now. So and this is what I was saying. I tested that theory. You know, when I was telling you how if people change their URL for their YouTube channel to a more specific, like Jeremy's changed his to, you know, youtube.com/c/ Jeremy's Wild World, and it doesn't have all those like random numbers and letters at the end. So I can't add people who have like personalized their URL themselves. For some reason, YouTube won't let you add those YouTube channels as moderators.
Weird, isn't it?
However, I checked a certain other person who I'm yet to ask, who I'm going to ask, and hers has not been personalised. So I tested it, and it found her straight away. So it's weird, isn't it? So if people change their
so URL, is that set up now?
I haven't, because I wanted to ask her first.
All right.
I haven't. I didn't want to just assume and just do it.
Ye shall have a spanner.
So Claire, I was going to ask. I may as well ask you right now while we're live if you fancy. I'm looking for another moderator for my YouTube channel for when I do the streams and everything. And even though there's 2 or 3 people right at the top of the list, but for reasons I've just explained to Gav, there's only one person out of the 3 people I had at the top of my list, and it's you, Claire. So, but you were my first choice anyway, and it's simply because our Claire has been with us since day one, right when we first started doing the live streams.
Yep.
She's always with us. She's always supporting us, and she's always in the chat with us whenever she can, and we really appreciate it. So I wanted to know, Claire, if you wanted to be a moderator for my YouTube channel, and also obviously all the chats in the live streams and everything else. So yeah. Does that mean yes? Does that mean we're engaged?
I think that might be Diamond. That.
I thought it was. I wasn't sure. So Claire, if you're up for it, I'll add you. That's the only reason I discovered I wasn't a subscriber to your channel, because I wanted to test whether or not I could actually add you as a moderator. Because like I was just saying, certain channels I can't add. So like I was going to ask Greg and Jeremy as well, but both of those have they've both modified their URL, and I can't add them as a moderator. So, but Claire, yours has not been modified, and so we're all good, which I'm really pleased about, because, like I said, no offense to Jeremy and Greg, but Claire was. We've talked about this, haven't we, Gavin? We decided that Claire was definitely the first choice. So there you go, Claire. Thank you so much. That'd be great. I'll add you later this afternoon when I get a bit of time.
You see, like Jeremy and Greg, you know, people like that, they were already within kind of a circle with us.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so we were kind of friends all around in the community anyway. Whereas Claire were like a newer person.
Yeah, exactly. So we're lucky. We're lucky. She found us. And she stayed with us. So we're grateful. Sorted. I'll sort that later. So this mail's really struggling. I don't know if it's going to happen. I think I might need to. I might need to move them. I think it's because the leaf that they're on is it's quite limp. This is quite an apt choice.
It's just reaching too far back. It's
It's because of
forward,
the.
man. Forward.
It's because of the situation they're in. They're not on a solid enough foundation.
Oh.
Yeah. He's having a good reach around.
It's just there, dude. Just grab it.
We'll see how it goes anyway. I'm just going to leave them to it. I'm going to. Well, part of me feels like I have to leave the live stream going now because everyone's watching him. See how he gets on. I might just leave you all to it and go and get my dinner. It's 1:45. It's just that I have to have my dinner before everyone pick off.
Yeah, well, you could we can drop out and just have the Critter Cam 2 running.
I don't think so. I don't think so, Lewis. I think he's okay. I'll be honest. I just think the situation is just a bit precarious up there with the leaf. I don't think they're quite on the. They're not quite on the right footing. So I think he's just struggling a bit because I think he's at half his energy is just holding on to her so he don't fall off, and so he's not 100% putting the effort in. I don't think so. No, I don't quite see it, but I think it might be getting there. It's kind of partially. It's partially in. It's partially in. I'm going to show you.
Oh yeah, he's in right ballpark.
It's kind of. The problem is because she's so clenched up. He's really struggling. Yeah, he's not in. Look, you can see he's had to come out a little bit. I'm hoping now she's hanging upside down. I'm hoping now he might be able to do the business. she's in a much more secure spot now. She's hanging upside down. Look from the. She's got her tarsals wrapped around the outside edge of the leaf, so she's quite secure now. So I'm hoping that's going to help him have a bit more confidence.
Yeah. Hey up, Sophie.
The problem is as is often the case with the she's moved. As is often the case with the males and females, of when they're big species like this, the males are sometimes a bit too big for the females. I might have to move them. So I've just moved them back down a bit. If she continues to keep climbing,
Yeah, Sophie. These are the Madeira.
so what I really needed to do is stay here. This would be ideal, on a nice sure foot. If she continues to climb up onto the leaves, I might have to take them off altogether and put them in a mesh cube. To be honest, 9 times out of 10, I do tend to use the mesh cubes, just because for this very reason. There's just a lot more stability, especially when the females go on walkabout. But the reason I tried to go with the yucca first is just because I thought it'd just be nicer for you guys to see them on a plant rather than. I don't usually break out the yucca, to be honest, until things get desperate. He's having a bash, look. He's having a bash. See, hopefully she'll stop moving around. They're on a much more secure base now. And he's definitely giving it a good go. She's just not being very receptive. She's not opening it up. She's not opening it up for him very well. So he's struggling to get in. Come on, boy. Come on. Stop messing about. Get the job done. Yeah, she's not having it. Up and away. Right. I think I'm going to have to. Right, guys. I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to have to move them. I was hoping that she was going to just be a bit more relaxed, but she's
She's not.
she's just not overly comfortable. She keeps moving it. She keeps moving. She keeps going up. I might need to put them in a mesh cube, and because then I can just because then she can just walk around all she wants, and she will calm down eventually. But
Yeah.
she'll always be on a solid surface. Whereas the problem with the plant, obviously, is that she's with her climbing all the way up to the top all the time. The leaves on this yucca aren't as solid as they need to be. Really, I mean, these are two big. These are two big, big individuals. They. Oh, hi, Soph. You all right? Didn't realise you were there. Sorry,
I'm here.
Gab's there. Yeah. She's just staring. She's just staring right at me.
She's like, are you going to sort this out or what?
Honestly, she's just staring right at me. You should see it. You should see a little face. Just a minute.
Yeah, I'm at my back door, Sophie. I'm just carving some wood. Making bones, making phalanges.
Oh, she's not looking at me anymore. She's there. Look, there they are. Look. So, they're, they're in quite a precarious spot, and don't think I don't think anything's going to happen while they're. So, I might need to.
Yeah, Greg. That's going to take some planning, is that? Yeah, I love playing with my wood. Me and my wood are one.
He's not giving up. They're just. I think I'm going to have to intervene anyway. So I'm going to leave it there, guys, for now, because I was hoping it was going to happen. But yeah, you got a bit of got a bit of stuff going on. They're
And I'll also get hairy palms as well.
what are you on about?
Just talking with chat.
Right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap things up because I need to get my dinner on because I have to go pick Arthur up in an hour and a half. So get my stuff sorted out. Oh, don't get. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to move them. I think and then if anything goes on, I'll let you know. 'Cause everyone's invested now, aren't they? So everyone wants to know what's going on. So I'm going to go and get some to eat. So I'm going to call it a day, guys. But I will be back a little bit later on. So for Vanessa and anybody else who's only just started tuning into these little daytime things, I've got a little area sorted out for myself now. This is the bug room. This is not the shed where I usually do my live streams. I'm just basically just going to be dipping in and out every day just to chat, do some feeding, bit of breeding, and just show you guys and talk about sort of things I get up to day. And also Gav will be here doing whatever he does day to day. I don't know what he does. apparently he does some kind of job, doing some woodworking and stuff. I don't know what. It just looks
I'm
like
phalanges.
it just looks like he's in a beer garden somewhere half the time. So anyway, guys, if you've only just tuned in, I'm sorry. We are about to wrap things up, but I'll be back again once I've picked Arthur up. Usually, come back again about 4:30, 5 o'clock. So I'll see you all in a bit. So thanks for tuning in. Have a nice afternoon. Have a nice lunch, Gav. I'll speak to you in a bit, mate.
Yeah, no worries. Catch you
See you
later,
later,
dude.
guys. Thank you. Bye.